Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today we are going to review Old Fitzgerald 7 again. So last week I did Old Fitzgerald in a blind versus other bottles that were between 90 to 100 proof. So today I'm going to do the same thing, but a 100 proof to 110 proof, because Old Fitz is right at 100, so it can go into both brackets. So a lot of people were saying, like, you should compare this to Weller 107. The Bardstown, which I wanted to do last week, didn't find it. Plus, it's under 100 proof. So I did pick it up. I already tried it. It is very good. I understand why people really were talking that up. And I'm also going to compare it to the Maker's Mark Keeper's Release 2025, just because it came out this year. It's a wheater. So it gives me another opportunity to score it on here. But just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this is the Old Fitz Bourbon 7 year that just came out. These are all around $60-ish. I think the Maker's Mark is probably the most expensive. The Weller 107. This is not a store pick. This is just a regular shelfer. And then the Bardstown, the Wheated Bourbon, 106 proof. So those are the ones we are going to blind against each other. So we'll see if the Old Fitz 7 year can stand up to proof higher than it's up. All right, so let's go to A on the nose. Cherry, sweet, little oak. It's a very approachable nose. I like that nose. Very straightforward cherry sweetness. Okay, B on the nose. This one's like darker direction than A, where A was more bright. B on the nose is much darker than A, more wheat forward than A, and slight peanut. I like A's nose better than B's nose. C on the nose. Okay, C's going back to where A was, is like the bright cherry in your face. Wow, that turned peanut butter in a hurry. Okay, so C is the most in-your-face nose out of the first three so far, with that bright cherry and peanut butter. So very sweet. Okay, so let's go to D. Super sweet. This is more direction of like the purple grape Jolly Rancher direction. I have been picking that up on Buffalo Trace products a lot lately. Yeah, some oak, but definitely that purple grape Jolly Rancher note. All noses are pretty good. Maybe B's nose was maybe one tier less than the other noses, but all the noses are pretty decent. Okay, so let's go to A on the palate. That was very interesting. I guess I didn't really know what I was getting myself into with that first sip. I guess I don't know, but wheat, dark cherry, dark fruit on the palate, and then the finish turned dusty wheat and chocolate powder. Very unique, very good. The lingering is like an oaky note, like an okay oaky note, nothing bad, but that's kind of like the lingering. Man, this is a roller coaster. I enjoy A a lot. These are all pretty easy to find. I'm like kind of looking at the bottles real quick to see what this could possibly be. I guess the Weller 107 is not that easy. I'm sure the Old Fitz 7 is not going to be that easy. But like the Bardstowns should be shelf stable. Apparently not in Connecticut because it sells out right away. The Maker's Mark Keeper's Release, obviously it's an annual release, so it's going to be limited. But, none of these are crazy unicorns. But anyways, so A on the nose got strawberry Laffy Taffy. And on the finish, a slight note of vanilla ice cream. Man, I like A a lot. And again, there's no off-putting notes. It's a roller coaster of different flavors, and they come in like they're not. It's not the longest lingering. It's not like all these notes are there for a long period of time. They're like just come and going, but it's good. Yeah. So after the third sip, it's good. It's balanced very good, very well. There's a solid oak. There's fruit notes. There's a lot of sweetness there. The proof point is perfect for it. I think if this was a little higher proof, I think it'd be too spicy. I think the proof spice is just perfect for what it is. So that's, I really like A. So let's go to B. Oh, this is now maple syrupy sweet, coming off of the palate on A. So sweet on the nose. Let's go on the palate. So B on the palate turned completely a different direction than A. Way different. And the nose was also the most different probably anyways. But it was black licorice note, anise, a lot of dark fruits, dark rum. None of these are rum finished that I'm sure of. Toasted oak, nutty peanut shells on the finish. Definitely a different profile than A. Try it again, see what happens. If someone were to tell me that this was some kind of dark rum, I would believe them. It tastes so much like a dark rum. I don't know what this could possibly be. I don't know what best it would be. They put different, spirit into one of my bottles. But that is crazy. I did get some vanilla fudge on the finish. Some sweetness counterbalance some of these darker notes, but it is sweet, but it's like sweetness like a dark rum. My brain just can't handle this nonsense right now. The third sip, it's a lot of the same. That is just nuts to me. I am so curious of what B could possibly be, and because of those notes, I really want to try it with a cigar because of that dark rum note. Yep, it's all the notes I've been saying. So let's go to C. So C is also very good. So it went more direction of glass A. B is definitely an outlier, I think, in this whole lineup. I don't know what the hell it could be, but C, creamy, cherry, oak, nutty, sweetness on the finish. Do a second sip, because I feel coming off of B, it was trying to fight some of that. We got a little bit more dark fruit and oak on the palate this time, but it's still pretty well balanced and sweet. I think A so far is my favorite, but we still got another sip on C and D. Man, every sip keeps getting better and better on C. So I got some vanilla, some strawberry Laffy Taffy on the palate. And this is why we try to do 3 sips of each one, because I do a lot of blind flights. So coming off of B, where B was so intense and different, I'm sure that impacted the first, maybe even second sip of it. But by the time I got to the third sip, it definitely showed itself. Very good. I like C. A and C are definitely comparable, so I want to definitely put those head to head when I'm going back and forth. Okay, let's go to D. Okay, so D on the palate is very similar to the nose, where it's sweet, that purple Jolly Rancher and some oak, and then it finishes with some medicinal cherry. But we'll get a second sip before I crush it too much. Not the biggest fan of D. So I got some black licorice on the palate, along with that medicinal cherry. If it's not the same note, I got a cough drop note. It's probably the same note, but compared to the other ones, this might be my least favorite. But we got one more sip, so let's see. Okay, C's starting to get better. I got some cherry chapstick on the palate and a better cherry note on the finish, where it was used to be like medicinal. It's starting to get a little bit better. The proof points good there. You can definitely feel it on the tongue. All right, so none of these were bad. B for sure is the most different, and I think A and C are my favorites going this way. So I'll pause it here. I'll go back and forth and give them scores, and I'll come right back. All right, we got some shocking results here. You guys knew what I was pretty much liking as I was going, but so in last place, tied, was the Maker's Mark Keepers and Weller 107. Now this Weller 107, I've done a review on it against store picks, and it came last there too. This might just not be the best bottle, but any new notes? No new notes on the Weller 107. I scored it a 3. Not sure what I scored it last time, but I'm sure around there. This is the Maker's Mark Keepers, and I got banana note on the palate, which I also got on the Bardstown, and I didn't do that back to back because when I went back and forth, I went to Bardstown first, and this was actually my last one I went back to. And those are basically the only new notes, but the Maker's Mark, Oh, I turned the thing off, so we're gonna go back and forth. So sorry, you can't see that. But I scored that at 3 as well. Now it came down to these two, which I guess a lot of people were expecting that. I'm newer to the Bardstown, just came to Connecticut. I did crack it the other day, so it's not a fresh crack. And the winner, by a decent margin, the Bardstown Wheated Bourbon, 106 proof. So when I cut it off, I went straight to this one, and I got chocolate and banana note. So it still kept giving me new notes every time I went to it. So this is my favorite, and scored 3.75, which is significantly higher than the Old Fitz 7-year 100 proof. So take that what you will. I got no new notes on the Old Forester 7. Scored 3.25. Still decent, but it beat out these other two. And a lot of people were saying that the 107 was going to crush it. And again, it might just be this bottle. This bottle was also crushed by picks that I have. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. I know I reviewed the Keepers already, but this was a new review on the Bardstown, and this is a great bottle, and it sits on shelves, I'm pretty sure, everywhere that has them in their states. So if you don't have this bottle, it's like around $50. Go pick this bottle up. Definitely very good. So, oh, let me do the giveaway. Almost forgot. So if you want to win 2-ounce samples of all 4 of these, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with the hashtag Wheater. WHEATER. So that's that. Let me know what your opinions on these bottles are. I'll see you guys in the comments. Don't do nothing stupid. And if you do, don't get caught.